direct victims, and you have no clear understanding of this whole thing. So you automatically agreed with these people who are supervising the killings of Nigerians, no matter where they come from. But they are making you believe that calling for help eh, means demarketing Nigeria, means we don't wish well for Nigeria. Do you understand that if Tinubu actually does his job, if he did his job before now, eh, people can criticize his policies or that stuff. But when it comes to security, if Nigeria is actually really safe from this Islamic terrorist and all of them are combined, they cannot be powerful than the government of the country ever. So before now, people were saying it was corruption that made it impossible for them to defeat the terrorists. They have told you the terrorists are being sponsored by the outsiders, the foreigners, the Americans, CIA, and all of that. But Tifnumbu, who is your president, is also stylishly making you agree and believe that the terrorists are bigger than Nigeria. Do you understand that? It simply means it's just going to be over a little more time. You will no longer be able to actually have that, your small space that you think you have peace. Because right now, you are watching Nigeria become so like shrinking. The space is shrinking. That the majority of you today, you would prefer to save money and go on holiday outside Nigeria. And yet, when we were growing up, those of you who did geography, those of you who did the social studies, those of you who kind of had much about the current affairs, were told of how beautiful Nigeria was. Every state, every part, the different weathers and all of that stuff. Were meant to be going about the whole country freely. Or right now, you have been psychologically conditioned, right? That since you can manage your space. What are you looking for? What do you want to go to Kebbi for? Why do you have to go to? You forgot that when we were growing up, as corrupt as Nigeria was, people were still sending their children. They will put them on the bus. This your unity schools. To go to school in Sokoto. They will send their children to school in Calabar. Send their children to school from Aba. Send them to Suleja in Niger. And the children will be there safe and sound. And you have watched these criminals. They have shrunk Nigeria. And you are watching them because you think you have not been affected directly. And therefore, you are seeing videos, things that ordinarily in your lifetime, I don't know how old you are. In my lifetime, I never believed Nigeria would get to this stage. Forget it. Then, Tifnumbu wants you to believe that calling him out or asking for America to actually do what they say they want to do is undermining your country. These guys have destroyed Nigeria so much that terrorists have become so established in Nigeria, and your government have accepted them. They've made them different offers. Billions, hundreds of billions and billions have gone into their pockets, rearming them. Weapons that belongs to Nigeria have been stolen by these terrorists. They have been used against Nigeria, against Nigerian army, against Nigerian government. And yet, they still have soft spot for them. So the real enemy of Nigeria are those who have the opportunity and the power to keep us safe. But they have chosen otherwise. It is no longer about corruption, brethren. What is wrong with Nigeria's security is worse than maybe corruption actually encapsulate all of that, by the way, right? However, incompetency is also part of what is wrong with Nigeria. They've been fighting the same war for nearly 15 years now. Hundreds of thousands of lives have been lost. Millions of lives have been disrupted and destroyed. Eh? And rather than show the real kind of working, they are investing in propaganda to make you believe that some people want to break Nigeria, some people want to destroy Nigeria, and they are destroying Nigeria. Now, here is the thing. It is either the people that surround Steve Numbu actually wanted him destroyed in a way you've never seen before by offering him and giving him the advice that he considered as the best for Nigeria. And this advice, this security advice they have been giving to him for the past 2.5 years have cost more Nigerian lives. When do you really think Tinubu should sit back and be like, what advice are you guys actually giving me? What's going on? Or Tinubu himself is aware. And there is a gain from this whole thing. As we all know that APC, Egbekegbe, thrives in chaos, crisis, poverty. That's how they manage to maintain their grip on power. When it comes to governance, zero. Nigerians are now watching. For example, these killings goes on every day, everywhere. As you are watching this video, there could be several communities right now who are being killed, and the survivors are running for their lives, and that's it. They will never go back to these places, ever. Here is a letter that is published by the Diocese of Kaduna, right? And it's like a Reverend Father has been abducted as we speak. Today, 17th, I write to inform you of the attack on Gudu rather, and the abduction of one of our priests, Reverend Father Bobo Pascal, parish priest of St. Stephen Parish, Gudu, in Kagako local government area of Kaduna State. From his residence during the early hours of today, Monday, 17th of November 2025. During the attack, many others were abducted, and the brother of Reverend Father Anthony Yero was killed. We call on all men and women of goodwill to join us in praying for their safety and quick release from the hands of their abductors, and for the peaceful repose of the dead. Amen. That's from Kaduna. That one happened today. That's not in the news, though. Yeah, that's not part of these kidnappings that we are talking about to 25 school children, or a brigadier general that got executed by the ISWAP, or today, this one too today, in Kaduna, of course, southern Kaduna. But in the last few days, or let's say in the last 72 hours, we have seen these terrorists, right, advanced even more. Do you understand? Like they moved more. And this time around, it's no longer about Katsina. They have been seen in Niger, all right? There's a community in Niger where a young man actually captured it. Let me see if I still have that.
Bandits. I see these bandits. Ga sanin lobalen zaka suna wucewa. I see these bandits. Ga sanin suna wucewa ga suna harbe bandits ga nan sun bi hanya. This is bandits. Kai wani kullewa daki. This is bandits. Ga sanin suna wucewa. Ga yanzu haka suna cikin lobale. Ga sanin suna tafiya. Ina bidiyo ne. Sunan suna tafiya a mashina ga sunan kai ku kwantar da hankalinku. Yanzu ba su gama fitowa ba wallahi har yanzu ga sunan ga wani can din iska ya faka shagu mashina da Honda ne. Ga shi banda kati akwai zan kira yin in gaske wala da yan mukurdi. kai da Allah ku bar surutu da Allah kun fai surutu kai duka har yanzu fa suna tuwa a wani kuma daji ina kuma zinga
a ba su gama wucewa sai
sai sun gama wucewa wala da an ba an gaske suke ba har yanzu ba su gama tuwa ba ai ba su mata komai
wallahi ga ne ya ji ka wallahi da muka tayi kai ina sai da kallon diga mu ga mu kai na rinci da Allah na kallon su
dama mun ce ba zata za su yi kaga aka ce wai sun tsallaka Irana ashe kaga waɗancan ƴan kalilin ne kaga waɗannan mutanen wallahi da wai an ba wuri za su shiga ba kuma wallahi sai na shiga yawar duba hotel din nace daukan channels din za su yi wallahi sai na iya shi sai ka san channels din na duba hotel a za su
sun kare ko
shafiu
bandits.
So to those of you who they are convinced that Christian genocide going on in Nigeria, being perpetuated by these terrorists, is an attempt to attack your religion. And somehow they are psychologically positioning you to believe that if for any reason America should come to Nigeria, you will be ready to fight the Americans. Those are the people you will be defending. Or the terrorist is the reason why you will fight Americans if America should come. You as a Muslim or as a Northerner watching me right now, Akoi Turenshi, Abibabu Turenshi, right? Sorry, I'm not good at that. Okay, but you get what I'm trying to say, right? Those of you who have been somehow mobilized to be speaking and saying, oh, this Christian genocide, there are more Muslims being killed. Those who are killing them are those you are saying so. And you see those ones who are telling you that Americans are coming to attack you as a Muslim or attacking Nigeria, they are the sponsors of this terrorist too. They are. But they won't really send their children to be terrorists or even send their children to fight America or anybody. Or sure you get, it's you. Because once they tell you that they are coming to these guys, an average Muslims will tell you that these guys, they do not represent Islam. These terrorists do not represent Muslims. Then shockingly, you as a Muslim, you are now trying to twist and say, coming to attack these terrorists or America mentioned or Donald Trump talking about them, right? Is an attack on you. Could you not see the manipulation easily? Like, can you still reason? Like, if we don't use religion. They slaughter. It's like they have currently killing on steroids. The time that you expected the Nigerian government and the military to show to us that Omo, Tinubu has declared state of emergency in the northeast, northwest, and north central. State of emergency, meaning now the military will be fully in charge of the security of all the entire axis there, so they can begin the sweep and sweeping. So if they catch any politician linked to the terrorist or anything, right, they will be charged as terrorists, not as terrorist sponsor. So imagine Tinubu comes on TV to say, listen, this guy's, I mean, we need to do things differently. We are not asking you to remove governors, except governors that have links to Boko Haram and these terrorists. Those governors who have used the state money to pay these terrorists, these people they call bandits, hundreds of billions of naira goes into the hands of these criminals every year from these governors. So you can easily do that. So Tinubu can declare state of emergency. Why is there no state of emergency in all these places? Have you ever even asked yourself and said, on my way to, Why tí o ṣe declare state of emergency? Places that you have seen terrorists with their arms and guns and everything, and the killings continues, right? And you are negotiating with them. And you are defending that. There is another one. That's Benue. This time around, Benue.
To our aid, help us. We are calling on all activists in Nigeria to come and intervene. We are calling on America, please, because the Fulani herdsmen, they have attacked our village right now. They have killed a lot of people. They have killed so many people. Some bodies, some corpses have been recovered, but some have never been yet recovered.
This way is so dangerous that we are going right now.
We are going right now. It is very dangerous, but we are trying to cover life to know what is happening in the community right now, because the tension is high. The community, nobody is around now. You can see the atmosphere is not conducive. It's not conducive. Please God help us. Please America help us. Please, we are begging.
Nigeria, we really want to let Nigeria know that if this community is not part of Nigeria,
there's no security. There's no security apparatus around. As I'm speaking to you right now, there's no security. There's nothing on the ground right now. Currently, the situation, you can see people are moving out of the community for their safety. Yeah. To our aid, help us.
I mean, that can be normal. If you are not watching from Kwara today, you'll be watching from Kogi tomorrow. It may be Zamfara next. It may be Katsina next. It could be Jigawa, Kebbi. It could like every day. That can be normal. Do you really not know that the increasing displaced Nigerians, that they are told that Nigeria is not at war? They are like leaving all of their everything behind, running away from their communities, and ended up in refugee camps in their country. And the government of the country is telling them Nigeria is not at war. If you are talking, as I am talking about it right now, if they want to gaslight me, they will say, I am trying to cause war in Nigeria. But guess what? Millions of Nigerians are in IDP camps. IDP camp is a fancy word for refugee camp. People are facing their own Sudan inside Nigeria. People are having their own Gaza inside Nigeria. The rest of Nigerians are made to pretend it is not that bad. Children, women, in the face of guns, arms, and that's what they have known. There is a new report, by the way. If this nonsense continues and lasts till 2030, write it down. That's a new report, right? There is a new one. If this shit lasts till 2030, they say there will be an active 2 million jihadists fighting inside Nigeria. Do you think they will remain in northern Nigeria then? Do you think? By 2030, hey, listen, 2030 is just 5 years away. 5 years away. That means tens or hundreds of thousands will die before that 2030, and millions more will be sacrificed. Where they are already bringing all these extremist Islamic clerics to Nigeria. They just brought one. It's inside Nigeria right now. They're banning from preaching in Unilag yesterday. And some of these Southwest local Ibile terrorists, our wanna be jihadists, they are all over the place throwing tantrum. Islam is under attack. Why is it that every time they bring clarity, they're all over the place? I want baby terrorist. Somebody who said in 40 years, if the Muslims becomes the majority in Nigeria, they will give those of you, the Kafirins, the unbelievers, the infidels, they will give you 2 options. In fact, 3. The first one, they will give you the chance to convert to Islam. If you fail to convert to Islam, then you will agree to start paying taxes to them. And if you fail to pay that, to agree to that, the third option is to fight you, kill you, and take your possession. The guy that said that is inside Nigeria right now. He's a celebrity, he's a celebrity preacher. In this time, when Nigeria allowed him to come inside Nigeria, Saudi Arabia, the supposed place that all of them go to for pilgrimage, Hajj, they banned this guy that he must never come to their country.